From the guy who failed physics in 11th grade to the person majoring in the subject, I have changed quite a bit. Being engulfed in gadgets and electronics and making videos cherry picking on the minor cons of these wired toys is all I knew prior to this transition. Throughout this vlog, you will of course see me attending events, going to places, and in general just living my life. But to make it more interesting, let's talk about my affection for physics. And well, in general, the subject itself.
Okay, so now I'm going to an event being held by Panasonic at the Lalit at CP. I'm currently in SP. If you know anything about Delhi, you would definitely know places like NSP and CP. So right now I have to go to CP. The event is at 11:30. Right now it's 10:30. I'll take a look at the smartphone, then I have to go back home, and then I have a flight to catch about which I'll brief you really soon. Okay, so the Panasonic event is over. They launched two phones. The only complaint I had to have with them is the price tag, which is around 23. And so, well, yeah, that part of the day just got over. Except for that, now I have a flight to catch, which would take me to Kolkata. Why I'm going to Kolkata? Because, well, actually, I have to go to IIT Kharagpur, but because Kharagpur doesn't have an airport, I have to go to Kolkata, and from there I would be catching a cab or something to Kharagpur. So I participated in the space quiz along with two other friends of mine, not just me individually. There were two other friends of mine who participated, and all three of us got qualified for the second round, and so we have to go to IIT Kharagpur for the second round. So that's why I would be going to Kolkata today, from where I would be going to Kharagpur. Yeah, that's what's up.
One of the most interesting and baffling things about physics is the simple fact that it works. Given the necessary parameters, you can predict where a ball thrown would land just by doing elementary calculations on a piece of paper. That in itself comes as a mind-blowing realization to me. The world around us makes sense, and we can predict what will happen in the future. We can speak the language of this world, and we know almost all the secrets of the universe. Almost. Physics is a subject that tries to see past that almost, go beyond and make that gap of almost even smaller than ever before. And that in itself becomes a good enough reason for me to be so in love with the subject. Coming to college has been exciting, not just because I have been working with completely new people and have transitioned to a completely new place, but also because of the opportunities I get. People have started to recognize that I'm not just a YouTuber, that I really am affectionate about my major. And I guess that's what matters the most to me.
Wanna hear some really amazing stuff? My flight was from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I was supposed to land in Kolkata at 10 p.m., which I did. There was this other group of people, except for my immediate friends, who were supposed to land here at 12 o'clock, and we planned to spend the entire night here at the Kolkata airport and then go to IIT Kharagpur early in the morning. Now, what happened is that these people missed their flight. Of course, they're gonna have their next flight at 7 p.m. 7 a.m. I mean, tomorrow morning. So, and they're gonna reach here at 10 a.m. So basically, I'm stuck at the Kolkata airport. Right now, it's what, 11:15. From now till 10 a.m. in the damn morning, almost 11 hours. I have to spend on this airport.
All I have right now is my luggage and, well, a couple of chips and a W.H. Smith store. and myself for the rest of the night.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing. Faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. The sorrows will be wiped off when we're finally sober. They'll be gone. Trees will bloom and ice will melt, but your face remains the same.
Okay, guys, hi. Sorry, my battery died. And yeah, I'm here at IIT Kharagpur. Let me tell you one thing, the management of this place, at least in the B block of the boys' hostel, the LBS hostels, pretty damn. And also, we didn't have any charging ports. I'm standing like right beside the water cooler, somehow finding a charging port. There were no charging ports, so like, yeah, pretty disappointed and exhausted pretty much as of now. Let's see what we do for tonight. We would have to plan something because I don't know, it's pretty messed up.
So, me being a BSc physics student, I get to hear a lot of times, why did I pick this subject up? Why couldn't I just pick another mainstream subject like, say, BTech, for example? With these questions, I get to see their faces, which is the best part, by the way, just their shocked, horrified faces when they hear that I am someone doing anything except for engineering. Just try telling someone you are from BSc or anything except for engineering, being a guy in the typical Indian family, and you realize how messed up that would be. My answer to those people asking me those questions is just that I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing something I don't minutely enjoy. Minutely enjoy. Okay, you might make an argument that people earn more when they are engineers. People live a more settled life, and since engineering is a well tested job sector, one can definitely um, guarantee a job and a supported lifestyle. For me, that is not what I want to do with my life. It's just not something that I can live with. For me, the most important part is to be able to push yourself to the limits. Doing physics is like something I can do for the rest of my life. I'm in love with the subject. So I don't see a point in doing something like engineering and not going for physics just because someone told me to. I think this answers almost all the questions that people have as to why I took physics and not anything else.
Okay, guys, big news. Okay, so we qualified for the final round. The semi-final happened just now. We just got out of the auditorium, and we qualified for the final round. Only 2 teams out of the 18 teams which are already selected were supposed to be qualified for this final round through this medium, and we were one of the teams. And I'm super excited. And yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't vlog the entire day because I was busy like preparing for the space quiz or whatever. Right now we have to study too, but before that we have to like make sure about the rest of the things because the rest of the people have a flight at around 11:30, so we will have to leave the campus at around 6:30 max to max. So yeah, we have to be really quick about it. And yeah, so I don't know, it's amazing to feel this way. We are like, we just came into college and we are in the finals of a nationwide space quiz. I'm really excited for the final round. I'm really nervous, obviously, and yeah, I'll keep you updated, of course. I'm sorry if I cannot vlog too much today, but of course I'll keep you updated about everything that happens in this day. So yeah, that's that for now. I'll catch you guys later. Okay, so first of all, sorry about my voice. I'm really sick right now, so I'm sorry if I keep sniffing or coughing in the middle. I'll try to cut them off, but yeah, that's just a heads up I'm giving you. So what happened back in the event is, well, on Sunday we planned that we would get out of campus at max by 6:30. When we talked to the management here at IIT Kharagpur, talking about when the event would be over and like booking flights accordingly, they told us that everything would be over by 5 p.m. max to max. What happened was our final round began at 6 o'clock, so it wasn't supposed to get over by 6:30 in any cost. So we anyway sat in the event. We were like, okay, whatever, till whatever time we can sit, we will sit. And that's exactly what happened. We were able to like go through 2 or 3 rounds, and after that we had to leave because we had a flight. Also, what makes it worse is that for the 3 rounds that we actually played in that quiz, we were winning with 47.5 points. I exactly remember the score. We were coming first out of the 9 teams, out of the 7,700 teams that originally registered. We were winning. We were coming out to be first until those 3 rounds, but we still had to give up and come out of that room because we didn't want to miss our flight. Anyways, that's just what happened. Not gonna keep holding on it because I know it's not gonna help anymore, but still, I hope we plan events better in next time onwards. Anyways, that's what happened, and yeah, really unfortunate, but can't do anything about it now, I guess.
It hasn't been easy to have chosen this path. Not caring about what people will think of you for doing something non-general is a big skill altogether. And it's worse when you are dependent. You have to convince your parents, then your grandparents, then your neighbors, then your dog. It starts to feel as if you have to convince the entire world to pursue something you love. And that is not the only difficulty. Of course not. There are times when you have to seek for that hidden motivation to keep working as hard as yesterday. There are times when you question the need for you to push so hard beyond these boundaries to achieve something seemingly so selfish. But that's just how it works, I guess. You have to be strong enough to overcome that feeling. What's ironical for me is that this process, this effort, and this feeling of uncertainty somehow gives me the motivation and satisfaction of the fact that I'm doing something certain in life, and that wherever I'll end up would be because of the decisions I made in life. And even if they're wrong, I still would have tried to the very limits of mine. This realization is not limited to the field of physics or even to science in general. It's just another way of attaching some meaning to life, but again, it's not that simple. Of course not.